Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear my voice and if you could see my face, then that means we are back together yet again for another Monday night. It's Firepitt time. My name is Megan Pennington, and with me, as always, is Devin Russian. Devin, how are you?
I'm doing great. I had another weekend of good shows. Got to hang out with the band Together Kids on Thursday and then today again, and they're always amazing. So it was a good weekend. I'm looking forward to tonight too.
That's awesome. Jim is out and about in the world again. I can't remember where he said he is this time, but I hope he's having fun living his best life, which I'm sure he is. But Devin, I think you brought along some friends with you this time. Why don't you go ahead and give the old introduction?
A lot of weeks we say old friends of the show and friends of the show, and we mean it, but this week we really mean it because we have with us the Perishables. And like the Perishables were one of our like first interviews, like back when we first started. So it's so exciting to talk to them again. They got new single coming out. They just had new video out. And hello, Perishables. How are you tonight?
What up?
EJ, we've got Brandon, and we've got Trevor, the new addition to the band playing bass. He's here with us too.
We are
Thank
so
you.
glad to have you guys on the air. When I watched the recent music video that you guys dropped, I saw the bass player, but I wasn't sure if that was just like a cameo, if that was an official like introduction. So I'm glad to see that we now have three members to the band. Why don't we kind of talk about where that sort of started and why we're now a three-piece?
Well, kind of started at the
Butler
Williamson.
Festival.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, William Syndrome Band Bash. I played that show with actually Alex Adams was drumming for me at the time for the band, and I just happened to be walking around and started talking to Trevor, and he said, "Yeah, he
I
was
was selling
his art."
artwork at that venue. Yeah.
He's
And
like,
I
"I
think
play
I
bass."
mentioned I played bass.
That's awesome.
Yeah, then I
That
went
sounds
to
eerily similar to how I got my bass player. It seems like bass players just kind of come out of the woodwork. I love that. What were you selling at the Williams Syndrome Band Bash? Because I checked out all the vendors when we were all there.
I was selling like kind of like abstract artwork. I do like abstract background with like more realistic stuff on top of it.
Nice, nice. I bet I saw your art, and I bet I thought it was dope. I just can't remember it off the top of my head, but that's really cool that cool events like that brought together really great musicians. I'm happy to hear it. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're happy to have him for sure.
Oh, definitely.
So apparently he's working out then.
Oh yeah,
That's good. All right.
he's a keeper.
So you guys just released a video a little bit ago for the song "I'm Pissed Off." Talk to me about the video. How did it come about? How'd you come up with the idea to beat up on EJ for a while? Like what was the actual story behind it?
It was kind of like I was like Alex Adams is our backup drummer, and it's kind of like it got to a point where who was going to drum for the show, and it kind of got to a little bit of like a not like a feud, but like a little bit of a friendly competition, and it just kind of like led into a great idea for the music video, you know.
Nice.
I thought that was such a cool idea. The Tony Pickles cameo was very well placed, and the way
Phenomenal.
that you guys shot that scene where it was in the background where he's just like throwing dude off, I was like, oh my God, that was just so perfectly framed within that shot. It was great. I was a big fan.
Yeah, anything with Tony Pickles in it is like amazing.
Yes.
Love
Yes.
Tony Pickles.
We should make a pact from here on that anybody that does a video has to have a Tony Pickles cameo like Alfred Hitchcock or Stan Lee in the background.
Oh my
where he's just
God.
always in every video because it would just be perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
So adorable.
How did you guys
I'll
hook
look it
up?
up.
How did you guys hook up with Ryan to do the video? Like, how did that work out with Shell Shock Media?
Well, Ryan's been a longtime friend of EJ for a long time, and when we first started recording and stuff like that, we sought out Shell Shock Multimedia. So we've worked with them in the past, and I saw Megan's video for one of her newer songs was really awesome through them, and I said, I think I want to go through Ryan.
Nice.
So
I'm glad I was able to help Ryan get some business since I did my video. Craig Veltri did one, and then you guys have done one. I think somebody else did, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm glad we were able to help Ryan. And Ryan, I think I might be coming back to you for another one. I don't know just yet, but we'll be talking soon.
Be worth it.
Yeah.
So what big
Definitely.
shows do you got? I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, Devin, we got to get you a music video now.
I know I do need a music video because this face needs to be seen.
That's why we got you on video now, Devin. See,
Yeah.
complaining that you had to put pants on, yet we got to see that beautiful face of yours.
Yeah.
I agree.
I guess. So what big shows do you guys have coming up? Because you mentioned a couple, like November 30th, you have one, December 7th. Talk to me about the shows you have coming up. Where are you guys playing at?
Well, November 30th, we're going to be at West Side Bowl in Youngstown, Ohio for Punkzilla Fest. It's going to be like over 10 bands playing. It's going to be a 12-hour consistent punk festival, so we're really excited for that. Then December 7th, we got Trevor Murray's birthday show.
Yeah.
Trevor and Alexa Murray's birthday show. Yep. So we're looking forward to that as well. And then after that, we're into the new year, January 31st. We're at Jurgles with the Ultimate Doors and some other bands I'm not sure of. And then we just booked a show today, March 9th, I believe. We're playing at 222 Hornsby with Altered States.
Nice. The December 7th one, who all you playing with? That's a Green Beacon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Who all you playing with?
The Murphy Lawless, Animus, and Satan Miranda.
Damn, that's a good lineup. So you got a new song coming out. Why don't you talk to us about the single? How did the song come about?
Well,
Tony Pickles again.
it's also Tony Pickles again. So I don't know if Megan remembers, but like I think it was in 2022, Tony Pickles put on a Christmas in July at Steamworks, and he said that everyone that plays the show gotta make a Christmas song. So that's when I made the Christmas song, "Let's Burn Our Christmas Trees," and played it there, and then decided it was pretty cool, so we decided to record it.
You saying that, I remember the show, but more importantly, I remember this song now. This is such a good song. I'm so glad you got a chance to record it finally. Did you record this with Ryan as well as the video, or just the video itself?
Nope, our drummer EJ Novak actually recorded. He actually works at a studio now. It's called Studio B. So if you need recordings, if you like the recording that you listen to comes out, that's the guy who did it.
Yeah.
So-
What's the going rate for an hour session, or hourly session, I should say?
So far, 40 an hour.
Where are you guys located?
We're in West Mifflin.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, guys. If you need a place out in West Mifflin, then Studio B, you said?
Yep.
Cool, Studio B. I'll be listening to the track here and keeping a stern eye on criticism in a positive way, and hopefully
That's fine.
Who else is recorded at Studio B? Are you opening up? When did you like open up or start doing this, or how's it work?
So, he was basically our first project. I guess that it used to be rappers that were coming through this studio, and the guy who owns the place owns the entire like set of buildings there. So it's like 3 businesses inside this building, and he would just basically sublet this out to producers, and he just didn't have things going properly with the last one. And I just finished school for music production, so things lined up perfectly, and he needed somebody to step in, and I'm still kind of in the process of getting everything together, but we're ready to record like right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so this was our first project, and I was letting Brandon be real harsh on it, and he got what he wanted out of it, so now he's happy with it. took a while, but we're there. Yeah.
Nice.
Only the best.
Yeah, just for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Are there plans to do a video for the new song?
I don't think so. It's not out of the question, but I don't. It's not on our priority list. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I still think about that Lego video you guys did forever ago. That was so genius.
Yeah, that was That was a hard time.
Did you guys? Yeah. Did you see the anguish on EJ's face when you said that video? Like he instantly, like it was like PTSD. He just like, oh
I'm
no.
so sorry. I didn't mean to stir up any traumatic feelings there.
No,
It.
let's talk it through. Let's talk about it. How long did that take? And people should check out that video online. It is amazing, and you guys put so much work into it. So I think people should check it out. How long did that take to make?
3 months.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a little bit over 3 months. Yeah, we didn't even practice. We didn't even rehearse music for 3 months. We would go to practice and play with Legos, and then go home and practice on our own times. It was a dark time for the Perishables, but the video was so worth it.
Yes,
awesome.
I love it. I think about it. I'll be just doing random stuff and start thinking about it. So that's how you know it was good. So I appreciate that time you put in for that.
Nice. And
put our heart and soul.
Trevor, how are you fitting in with the band? How do you like it so far?
I like it. It's fun. I like being on stage.
Nice.
The first time I was on stage was in 2014. I did a cover song with Natasha's old band, Over My Dead Body, in the Art Center.
Cool.
In Butler.
Does Brandon have a backup for you like he does EJ? How does that work?
I don't think so.
Because we know how his ego is, He has to keep doing shows.
I know he did one show without me.
It's not his ego. He's got this this little devil on his shoulder that tells him if he stops playing music, he's gonna die. So that's why it's at that speed, you can't stop after or go under 50 miles per hour. It's that kind of effect.
Yeah, speed. Brandon is a speed bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need chilled out sometimes. I really do. I need an adult, but I am an adult. It's not good. I shouldn't have this much power.
I feel that. Oof. Man, that's funny.
So, when's the single come out?
December 1st.
Oh, nice. So we're getting it way in advance. So you're welcome, listeners. This is what Firepitt does for you. We bring you the hits right away.
That's right.
Nice. They give you a camera 2 weeks in a row, and you're just snappy with them.
Hey, it's your fault you turned on the camera, man.
I should have let you keep the pants off. They keep your attitude constricted in.
Yeah, I know.
Little do we know.
Yeah, we can't see down there.
I'm not standing up.
Don't feel bad. I'm not wearing pants this time either.
That's a whole different podcast, everybody.
I'm in a dress. I just like to say that.
Okay.
I'm in a dress. This is not my OnlyFans. No, I love episodes like this where it's unhinged, because this is when you can tell we're a bunch of musicians that not only get along with our music, but we get along with our personalities. And that's something I think is really special here in the Pittsburgh music scene as a whole. I may not be able to hang out with you guys every day of the week, but if it's not like friendship whenever we get on the air like this, then I don't know what is. And I really appreciate that about you guys. The music's great. You guys are great. I'm glad we get this time with each other. Devin, are you ready to spin some music? I think it's just about time.
I mean, I could talk to the Perishables all night and hang out, but we should probably get to the music eventually.
Yes. Well, gentlemen, thank you guys so much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
are you pissed off? I am pissed off.
For Christmas is an answer to my questions. Why can anybody get it through a recollection? I feel like the world is totally against me. I feel like burning down my Christmas tree. Everything and everyone around me sucks, but not a single person seems to give a I'm mean and I'm green and inside out to bleed. So get down on your knees. Whoa. Santa's not coming tonight. At least I'll save money on cookies, that's right. Santa don't like you 'cause you're unkind, and he's left us all behind. Oh. Run, Rudolph, get out of my yard. You're eating my shrubbery and breaking my heart. All of make fun of you and I see why. So fly away and die. Oh, let's burn our Christmas trees 'cause Santa's not coming tonight. At least I'll save money on cookies, that's right. Santa don't like you 'cause you're unkind, and he's left us all behind. Halloween's better anyway.
Folks, that was the Perishables with their song Let's Burn Down Our Christmas Trees. We got to hang out with the band themselves. Always a good time. I think it's time we talk about some Pittsburgh music. I would like to bring one of my picks to the party right off the bat. I was looking on hashtag Pittsburgh music, hashtag PGH music, like I have been for a little while now. Thank you, Devin. I cannot thank you enough for that. I managed to get my hands on Miracle Finds. Miracle Finds is a Pittsburgh-based project melding power pop hooks with sweet synth-filled arrangements. Tom Frank is at the helm. The sails, the anything else you might need while aboard this vessel. The song I found was Started Giving Up. This is one of those just 80s synth power songs that is just bringing that 80s revolution back in a really good way. And I said to Devin, I'm not the biggest fan of 80s synth pop, if you will. I like it, but I'm not turning it on just to hang out with it. But I knew Devin would really like this song, so I had to bring it to the show. So Devin, what did you think?
I really like this song.
I figured you would.
Yeah, what a groovy track. Like I really like 80s synth industrial type sounds, and this sounds like very early 80s, where like bands were just kind of making their own recordings, field recordings, and then coming in and turning them into songs. And so I like that feel. It's very catchy, very rhythmic. There's lots of layers. About 2 minutes into the song, the synth rhythm kind of changes up and it kind of builds to like the last chorus and then just kind of tapers off at the end. I really kind of dug that feel to it. And then the lyrics were pretty good too. We belong even without an answer. Like there's some good lyrics in that. So I really appreciated it. So I think finding this band was a miracle find. There's your Jim skip for the night.
Jim, we miss you. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I'm sure Jim will enjoy this episode because not only is this song funky groovy, but this whole episode is groovy. This is like the one time Jim should have been here.
Yeah.
At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a listen to Miracle Finds with their song Started Giving Up.
looking for what's guaranteed to work. You always said, straighten up or find me gone. This can't just be what you want or what I want. Always counting the ways, being strong before you call things on. I started giving up. I started giving up. I started giving up. I started giving
Folks, that was Miracle Finds with their song Started Giving Up. We're going to keep this kind of dream pop feel going. Devin, tell me about Animal Scream.
Animal Scream is a duo founded by producers Chad Montague and Josh Sickles. The band combines sound design with a psych pop psychedelia that's dark and cinematic, a noir tinted sound enthralled to the eternal groove. And I'm reading a review by Zach Schoenfeld here, so sorry, Zach, I'm stealing your words. Such unorthodox inspiration sources are perfect for these songwriters. The more the nightmarish, the better, yet the supernatural dimension of Animal Scream's music never belies the emotional core underneath. I can read. No. The tune we're going to do is called Slow Down. It is a very postmodern track with so many influences. Very 2000s electronic you hear. They're smooth and it has a little bit of a jazzy feel at times. And then the chorus kind of reminds me of some like 70s R&B, like the background vocals on it. So they really like pieced it all together. I kind of really got into this track when I heard it. Their first single is this is going to be the first single from an EP coming out next year called Otherworldly Pictures. It's going to come out in February to 2025. So I hope the rest of the album's like this song because this song is pretty impressive. As for shows coming up, there's going to be a theme to my picks tonight because all my bands played on November 9th. So I just missed all their shows. They do have other shows coming up because they're going to be releasing the EP and celebrating the single. So keep an eye out for them online. But in the meantime, Megan, what did you think of Animal Scream?
If you were to take the Gorillaz and have them make a jazz album, that is what you get with this song by Animal Scream. It's dreamy, it's funky, it makes you want to dance. It's got those strong elements of jazz. And those vocals, I'm always drawn to those vocals that are mixed back into the song, and it's done in such a way that it's almost angelic. And I really kind of dug this song. This is one of those like dream pop songs that I actually kind of like, and I didn't think that would be possible. But yeah, it's gone past the, oh, this is nice. This is actually something that I'm going to listen to more than once. So
Good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's all enjoy it together. Here comes Animal Scream with their song Slow Down.
I'm gonna live this way. I think the Milky Way
Folks, that was Animal Scream with their song Slow Down. And if you are ready to slow down and enjoy some music, then you are in the right place. We're hanging out for some Pittsburgh local music. It's the best place to be on a Monday night, any night of the week when you watch the replay. Because we do post this on Mondays, but it's available to you anytime that you'd like to watch. And if you want to watch it back twice or thrice, my beautiful mug, I did my makeup just for you. So I hope you're enjoying it.
I didn't.
That's okay, Devin. You're so beautiful. You don't need makeup.
No, these cheekbones could use some contouring.
Well, I don't know how to contour. I just kind of slap all this on and hope for the best. I got the eyeshadow, and that's about it. But perhaps maybe in different places in space, I might be able to figure out some good makeup. There's my Jim Skip moment for the night.
There you go.
We're going to talk about this band, Different Places in Space. Pick a mine here. Different Places in Space started off as a very improv and long song format group. I don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty cool. That has allowed us to bloom new ideas, allowed them to bloom new ideas in a quick way that has helped curate a lot of the ideas on the album coming out. Lucas came in with a lot of great ideas that they ran with on this album. A few songs he had that we added as a band. I'm sorry, I'm reading this from their point of view, and I'm trying to switch words as I'm reading. Different Places in Space, in its current form, blossomed in 2019 with Foose on drums and Luca joining on vocals and guitar. Daniel and Michael have been making music under the name since 2015 in a sort of collective rotation, but now Different Places in Space has found its final form and is ready to release a full album. The song I found is I Can Do What I Want. It is funky. It is relaxing. It is so much fun. And Devin, I think you said you've had these guys on your radar for a while too, haven't you?
I definitely have. In fact, I even said to you right before we got on that I was a little jealous you picked this because they have been on my radar. In fact, 45 minutes or about an hour before we taped the show, I was talking to the drummer of the band. Like he works at Ruckus actually on Sundays, so I see him there all the time, and I always talk to him about music and had not gotten him on yet, and that's my fault. So congratulations, Megan, you beat me to it. I love this track. The atmosphere of this track just fits their band name so perfectly. It just has a great feel to it, great vibe to it. I'm just really enjoyed it. And I can't say much more. Like, this is such a good track. It's well produced. It sounds really good. There you go. That's my review.
Yeah. Well, next time you see him, make sure you tell him that I thought this song was super good, and I'm going to be listening to more off their Spotify. Since I have now buckled down and got Spotify, I'm not happy about it. Spotify's bad, and us as musicians should not be promoting it. Here I say as my show is being listened to on Spotify.
That's the problem. We don't have a choice. That's what sucks.
I know. It's hard to rebel against the man when everybody's doing the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rebel against the man. Let's take a listen to I Can Do What I Want by Different Places in Space. That was Different Places in Space with their song I Can Do What I Want. Let's talk about Sweat next. We've talked about them, what, twice? This is our third time now?
Yeah, this is kind of a retro night because we had the Perishables first, and now we're talking about Sweat. These are bands that like we had at the beginning when we first started
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Sweat made their TP Records debut this spring with their LP, Who Do They Think They Are? I got to see the album release show at Spirit for that, and it was amazing. They're such an amazing live act. The Swiss American band, formed in Pittsburgh, releases a thoughtfully interwoven 10-song collection that combines British prog rock sensibilities, the fragile beauty of American folk, and just a dash of that 60s, 70s schmaltz. It's live sounding, tune rich, and hinged and in all the right places. Band members include Sue on organ and lead vocals, Richard on guitar and vocals, Dan Hernandez on bass, and Kayla Sherman on drums and percussion. This band's amazing. We've talked about them before. Their retro 70s sound, but it doesn't sound like they're just copying 70s music. It sounds like they were a 70s band that was just pulled out of the 70s and is just playing in the 2020s now. Like, you can't tell, and they're so good, so amazing. And the song we're listening to is called Back to the Family. It was just released in the beginning of October, and this is one I missed, and I'm really upset I missed, but I saw Pittsburgh Music Tractor put out a list of all the stuff that was released in October, which there was a lot of, and this single was on there, and I was like, I can't believe I missed a Sweat single, but here it is, so we're bringing it to you now. As for shows, this is my theme. They played November 9th. They played at Mr. Small's Theater. It was the kickoff to a national tour they're doing. They're opening for another act, and they're going to be going around the country, and good for them. They're awesome, and I can't wait to see what they do after this tour, and hopefully they come back to Pittsburgh and do some more amazing shows. Megan, what'd you think of Sweat?
I love Sweat. I've been a big fan of Sweat since the first time you showed me them, and I've had them on my playlist. I didn't catch this song when it was released, because I'm just like really bad at that. You would think I'd be better at that kind of stuff, but I'm not. But like you said it perfectly, they are snagged straight out of the 70s. I absolutely love this song. They've got the driving guitars, they've got those strong harmonies. Harmonies that I feel like rock and roll music is really missing nowadays. You know, my with my last album even, I didn't really focus on a lot of that stuff, and I wasn't happy about that. And I'm gonna change that for the next one. So I'm really glad that they're making that happen. Because it sounded so perfect. And that organ solo, holy shit, that was good.
Yeah,
Like
Sue's
it
so
was,
good. Yeah.
yeah, it just hits you all, and it's perfectly placed. It's not too much, it's not too little. Um, and the other thing I thought was cool was like the dynamic changes between the tempo. There were certain sections that were kind of like half beat, then it would pick up a little bit, then would slow back down, and it would kind of like go back and forth as you were listening. I thought that was neat. All around was a good song, and I'm a big fan. This is thrice good picks from Sweat. This is proof to you that they are a solid band, and if you're not a fan, you better start being one. With that being said, let's take a listen to Back to the Family by Sweat.
The telephone wakes me in the morning. Gotta get up to answer the call. So I think I'll go back to the family where no one can ring me at all. Living this life has its problems, so I think that I'll give it a break. Oh, I'm going back to the family, yeah, 'cause I had about all I can take.
Folks, that was Sweat with their song Back to the Family. I've got a pick here. I was just telling Devin, it sounds so stupid to say out loud, especially now that I'm going to say it again while we're on air with all of our friends here. But one of my favorite words is lizard. That's kind of what drew me to this song initially. And then I found out that it was brand new. So I thought that was double perfect. We're talking about Clay Coast here. They just came out with their song, The Lizard Song. Clay Coast is a Pittsburgh jazz-influenced pop rock band that loves to write and perform. Every member writes unique music, so there is never a shortage of new material. Their sound is defined by tight vocal harmony and funky rhythms that get crowds moving, performing at local venues such as the Roboto Project, Mr. Small's Funhouse, the Smiley Moose, and etc. They have solidified their presence in the city. They recently released their second single, The Lizard Song, to all major streaming platforms. This is a cool song. It's one of those easygoing acoustic storytelling songs that I just absolutely love. And like I said, it's called The Lizard Song. It makes me think. So the reason why I like the word, it says that's so dumb. My Nana has a Jack Russell named Willie. And when I was younger and much more of a delinquent, I would get really high and hang out with her Jack Russell. Well, Willie turned into Willard, turned into Wizard, turned into Wizard Lizard. So now every time I see the word lizard, I think about that little Jack Russell who's too afraid of thunderstorms that he has to wear a hug me jacket when it rains. And it's the dumbest thing ever. But at any rate, the song is great. It made me smile. The band is great. Devin, what did you think?
Oh, Bob the Lizard, your story. This is a modern day Rocky Raccoon. Like it
Yeah.
literally is. This song works because even though the lyrics are kind of like it is about a lizard, it literally is about that. It works because the song is so good. Really great solos, really great build up. Just a kind of beautiful song at times. And then it's all encasing this Aesop fable of a lizard. And yeah, this is a well-crafted tune, and it sounds like you were saying, you sound silly saying lizard, but it's actually a really great tune. It's very good. So this was a good pick, and this was the surprise of the week that caught me off guard, and I was like, okay, this is clever. I like this. Yeah.
Well, let's all enjoy the Lizard Song together with a little bit of Clay Coast.
There once was a lizard whose name was Bob. He liked eating crickets and lived on a rock. He ate so many crickets they started to hide, and Bob got hungry, so he left his rock behind. He sought out the wizard to answer his plight, and the wizard, he warned him and related his advice. The bigger the lizard, the bigger his prey. His hunger becomes him every day, and he gets bigger and longer and fatter with time, and the race to consumes his So Bob went back home, still hungry and angered, but he realized
He didn't have to eat crickets. And he looked up. And you know what he saw?
a bird. Chickadees, robins, and eagles and hawks. Birds he ate got bigger, leaving nothing to rot. His belly got bigger, nearly 10 feet in size. Birds wouldn't suffice. The bigger the lizard, the bigger his prey. His hunger becomes him every day, and he gets bigger and longer, fatter with time, and the race to consumes
one yet? Because that was the Lizard song by Clay Coast. I'm just having a good time with that one. I think we got time for just one more song. Devin, let's talk about Skye Burkett because I am obsessed with this song, Bugs and Honey.
Yep, this is another one that's been kind of on my radar for a while, circling around. I see her play at shows, I see her at shows, attending shows, but just this is probably the first single she has on Spotify. So we finally get a track that we can put out for her. Skye Burkett is a singer-songwriter based out of the quaint town of Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. Although she prefers not to categorize her art, Skye is influenced by sounds of indie pop, folk, R&B. Some of her influences include artists such as Jason Mraz and the Beatles. Skye's songwriting expresses her personal story while touching upon all the flavors of life. She strives to inspire others by sharing her music from an authentic and vulnerable place, and that sentence leads perfectly into the song Bugs and Honey. This is such a simple, basic recording, and it shows you that you don't have to do much to put out a really fucking powerful song. And this is just so well done. There's just She's normally a piano, she's an amazing piano player, by the way. But this is just acoustic and her voice with some harmonies, added layers, and cricket noises, which are so perfect for Firepitt. Yeah, like the just absolute basic song, but it just highlights how powerful her voice is, how good the song is, how good the lyrics are. And it's so nice to have music from her out there for us to listen to. As for shows coming up, I don't see any listed, which is weird because she's always playing shows. She plays like almost every weekend. She's got the Megan Pennington schedule going sometimes. So like keep an eye out for her on her Instagram page. She'll be posting what shows she has coming up. And obviously with this song, she's going to be getting out there soon. So Megan, what'd you think of Bugs and Honey?
Oh man, this song was so good. The cricket noises in the back were I didn't notice it at first. It was about halfway through the song I'm listening to it, just enjoying the simplicity of the guitar and her beautiful vocals. And I'm like, wait a minute. It sounds like I'm at a fire pit. Oh my God, this is amazing. I closed my eyes and I could see the night sky and the smoke coming off, as you see the silhouette of a tent. And, it made me miss summertime. It made me miss going to music festivals and stuff like that. And, this was exactly what I want out of an acoustic song. Like you said, it doesn't take much to put out a really powerful song. And this kind of made me fall in love with being that solo singer-songwriter with the acoustic guitar again. I go through these ebbs and flows with my relationship as a solo musician. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, Devin. And yeah, songs like this help me get out of my own head and help me remember that people do like this stuff. And it could be really good and it could be executed really well. And artists like Skye Burkett have that in the pocket. And I'm really glad that we have an example of that here because I know a lot of folks that follow our show are those singer-songwriter types. So this is a really good example of what can be done with essentially not a lot. And I really like it. It was really good. Ah, what a relaxing, fun night here on Firepitt, folks. We started with the Perishables. We end with Skye Burkett. It's all fun here. With that, folks, I have to say thank you for tuning in for all things Firepitt and all things Scarfire. We're going to take it out with some Bugs and Honey. But in the meantime, between time, folks, stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe. Most importantly, peace and love. I'll see you at Scarpace's. Devin will see you at Moondogs. Peace and love. Here comes Skye Burkett with their song, Bugs and Honey.
In 2016, she was mean, didn't know her worth, she thought she was a penny, but she was a dime. In 2020, she got funny, still bitter, but she sure did love her honey. At the time, the world was in a global panic, and she still didn't think she fit in. But now she just looks for the signs, wondering why the bugs are chattering all through the night. And she's reminded of the sound she hears inside. It kinda keeps her up at night. It's just a sound that's so familiar. She swears they talk to her as a reminder. And 20-something, she hopes her worth is not measured by her Google search. In 20-something, she'll be not bitter, and she still will love her honey. By that time, the world will be slowly but surely awakening. Now she just looks for the signs, wondering why the bugs are chattering all through the night. And she's reminded of the sound she hears inside. It kinda keeps her up at night. It's just a sound that's so familiar. She swears they talk to her as a reminder that they are self-aware.